Hello everyone. So I'm back to another health and happenings, whatever the cards want to show me about Taco Toddler, Cheeto, Cheater. I mean, man, you gotta constantly cheat at golf. Well, he's insane. He's psychotic. Yeah, but he's got the money, because that's all that matters to him is the money. But he can't get his facts straight, right? What does he say? Something about getting, I don't know, was it drug prices? I can't remember. But he was going to get something down to like 1,500%. Or, you know what I mean? It's like you could go 50% below, or you could save 60% or 40%, but he said something like 1,000%, or even 1,500%. That there's just, so like what? They're going to be paying us to shop? What is he thinking? Like what is wrong? Well, he's insane in the membrane. So anyway, King of Pentacles is someone who's easy to bribe. This is my card for what Secret Service calls him, which is mogul. I wonder what else they really call him behind his back nowadays. It's not reverse, so I can't really say too much more other than he's feeling good about himself. He thinks he's in control and he has some power. No. Because his big challenge with forces in motion for the day. Maybe he's headed back after doing all his deals, because it's Wednesday the 30th, right? So it's supposed to be the last day in Scotland. But his big challenge for the entire day with the, for the kitties, with the, gotta go, give him a shout out. So with the death card reversed, no big change, but because this card is ruled by Scorpio, he's just not able to move forward. He's really not able to move on. And again, I'm sorry, back to being ruled by Scorpio. When this card is reversed, we're talking, upright or reverse. We're talking the bladder, colon, prostate, everything below, down south. But when this card comes through reverse, we're into survival issues. There's something going on. He thinks that the only way, in his mind, the only way he is maybe worthy of being on Earth, or worthy, I don't know if I friggin' even care. I don't care what his soul split is. What I do care about is his health and when he will be sayonara, right? So I'm feeling like, maybe I doubt he'd be doing some golfing before he goes out, but this card can be a bite, a venomous bite. Like, does he get bit before he goes? Not. Scorpio rules snakes. So, but most of all, resistance to change and power and control issues. And these cards go so well together. Okay. Earlier in the morning, now, maybe he is going to get in a round of golf or something, or some short little bit before he takes off. I'm wondering. Okay. If not, let me get both cards here. If it's not that, we would be looking at, with the Page of Swords upright, just, a lot of mental energy, a lot of news coming in, some new ideas and some plans. But this is my card for whistleblowers and leakers, golfing and guns, right? You know, we don't use swords as weapons usually anymore. He's not into fencing, but okay. But when we're talking health, it's not reversal. I can't say an accident or a fall usually, but it does rule the lower legs and the whole circulatory system down there. So ankles. It'd be like if I had the Storks card with the Lennies. So swelling, right? With the combo here. Even though he hasn't been flying around for a few days, I don't think. He's just been golfing, cheating and golfing and grifting and lying. Sitting in, with that thing with Keir Starmer, oh my God, or Starmer, I'm sorry, Keir Starmer. He just sits and just lies. And he loves the attention. He loves people asking him questions, and like he's got all the answers and he's the big guy. But he just lies, and he's demented, and everybody can see that. So yeah, easy to bribe. This one probably should have come through reversed. The Three of Cups reversed, when it comes to health, this is feeling resentful, or when it comes to other things, it's like gossip and guilt, and triangular type of relationships where people are, talking behind your back. When it comes to health, it's overindulgence, and maybe resentful and feeling depressed about that. So that's interesting. Maybe there's a whistleblower that comes out and talks about the fact that he does drink. He saw him drinking. Ooh, midday. Do we have a heart issue here? We at least have some kind of betrayal as he's leaving. Okay. Three of Swords, even upright, can have to do with heart surgery or heart illness. We know he has congestive heart failure. We've talked about that before. I'll just reiterate that I got in a dream yesterday that, just in case you missed yesterday's video, I did get that he has diverticulitis. Yeah, let's see, but with heart issues, relationship issues, all of that, betrayal, hatred, sadness, rejection. I'm trying to think of some other keywords when the Three of Swords is upright. But maybe there's a little having to get himself having some little medical procedure that helps his heart drain the buildup of fluid when he is traveling back, because Air Force One has its own little surgical center. So does Marine One, but of course it'll be Air Force One. And the Six of Swords is definitely a card of traveling and getting to a safer place. But yeah, health-wise, again, ankles, Mercury. Mercury. It's not so much Mercury, it's the Aquarius. It's the Aquarius air. I know this card over here says Sun in Gemini, but Aquarius rules the ankles. But then again, too, he is a Gemini sun. Maybe this card on another level, kind of funny, speaks to him golfing, but he's like a toddler, like a child that just, has to win. Doesn't want to lose. So, but anyway, back over here with the Six of Swords, it's not reversal. I can't say any trip was canceled or anything like that, but it could just be that he leaves at about, midday to come back, and it's a peaceful kind of a trip. It's a transition that's not a problem. Now, one other thing, and this is also our overseas travel card, so this goes. But on another level too, there could be something that comes out about ICE and immigration. that really gets to him. I mean, he's so defended around everything with the Epstein. I mean, because that's just not going away. It's something that could be talked about and gone back and forth over and over again, all the way through to the next election, which there's no way he's going to make it that long. Okay, later in the evening, dysfunctional family card, even though he makes it home. I'm thinking that's the thing. But he's not happy. He's apathetic. He's not getting what he wants. When it comes to health, with the 10 of Cups reversed, this is an unexpected surgery. It's a chaotic environment. There's no stability. So I'm wondering about this, if there's some little, procedure that they do when he's flying, so that to keep the swelling down, because ankles here, congestive heart failure here. Yeah. And then this 4 of Cups, with this one, when it comes to health, it's not so much. Even when it's reversed, it's just, more of like not wanting discomfort with being touched, so who cares about that with him. When it's upright, because of the moon in Cancer, it could just be a tummy problem. Also, just what I was feeling like, just numbed out and not getting what he wants and just apathetic. So, he can go do whatever he wants and he can get all the attention he wants. He can talk all friggin' day because he's nothing but a boviating bag of hot air. But he's still never gonna be happy, because you have to do a lot of personal process work to heal all that self-hatred. Instead, he just puts it out there. Oh my goodness. Okay. He is thrown off guard. This is later in the evening. Again, how many days in a row? Are we up to like 5 or whatever? Our grave illness card with the endocrine system, with incorrect dosages for, with drug interactions, imbalance here and imbalance here, overdose here, maybe a blood transfusion, maybe a fever. With the 7 of Wands reversed, we're looking at possibility of a stroke. So, at some point it'll happen. When it happens, we'll get the Death card and the 10 of Swords, and then maybe the other cards around it will say why, and we'll see if they can hide it. Now, sometimes this card would have to do with, if we weren't looking at health, this would be taco. Trump always chickens out. This would be caving in, giving up, admitting defeat. He's never going to admit defeat, but caving in. So maybe caving into a heart problem. Sometimes it's even because the head's down and there's so much fiery energy, and he natally has Mars in Leo. So sometimes this card can have to do with the brain problem, a brain injury, a spinal injury, the whole thing, whole 9 yards, cerebral spinal fluid. And then with Temperance reversed, blood transfusion maybe. Okay, let's see what was at the bottom. All right, well, we do have both cards in one day, but this one's not upright. But the 10 of Swords, so the foundation for the whole day is he's betrayed. He's feeling, kind of going through some bit of, backstabbing, betrayal. There's an ending, there's a loss, put the nails in the coffin. God, I'm sorry. I had to reel my horns back in. But so yeah, this is just not good. This is not good at all when it comes to health. It's upper body problems, pulmonary problems, just some kind of neurological disorder. It can also be a card for seizures. At the very, very least, his mind is just going blank. This is not a good day for him. And then with the King of Swords upright, I'm wondering if this has something to do. So all the air men in his life, we've got Hegseth, Hog's Breath, Keg's Breath. He's a Gemini. Marco Rubio's a Gemini. Netanyahu, could be Netanyahu. He's a Libra. Jerome Powell's an Aquarius. Oh my God, I love that baby. I love all those baby videos. Oh, I love that. I so just love that baby video where Jerome Powell's, telling the truth and saying, no, it's not what it was. Even Alex Jones is an Aquarius. A little elf on the shelf, Mikey Johnson is an Aquarius. He's got a lot of air sign men. Peter Thiel, I learned from you guys, is a Libra. Epstein was an Aquarius. So it could be all this truth that comes out. It's got to be this, right? I mean, what else could it be? It's Epstein and the truth about Epstein coming out that involves him and all of his travels back and forth to, Little St. James Island, and there you go. Okay. Well, okay, that's it. Signing off for now. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, as always. Take really good care. More hugs to the kitties. Bye.